I don't like when stuff like that happens. She does this all the time. I figured you gave it to, but
I figured I gave her too much. Good morning, my hatters. So we didn't start off right this morning because right behind me, my baby is throwing all of her cereal all over the place. So looks like I got more work to do when I'm done here. Dad life. All right, so no alcohol today. Just a good old Arizona. Just enough to keep the day going. And man, my mama can talk my ear off. So, you know. So just a little thing to go on about. I did not have a live stream yesterday like I had planned. I was supposed to go to Richmond to interview a boxer, but it got postponed to next Friday. So I'll just do some random call-ins and stuff like that. You know, just have a little fun with the few people that I'll be lucky to have on, because y'all know I be struggle streaming. That's my life. So I probably won't put too much emphasis on this one, but I'll still try to invite people in, and hopefully we get some bit of an audience. Yeah, because we like usual, we struggling, but we gonna make it. Because you know, like Damian Marley said, we gonna make it. I believe in us. I think that, and that'll be by far the best thing that I can do for myself, because I'm still trying to learn how to do certain things. But I am not so great with it. So like I notice how people who do live streams, uh they always have the little thing before it, and I haven't actually asked anybody how to do that. So that'll be something that I do. I'm gonna ask people how to have the little wait thing before they start their live streams. So that sounds actually kind of cool. But while I'm playing, let me mind myself. I got to keep sharing these damn things. Mm. And then I'm gonna take this other phone. I'm gonna take this phone right here. This is my old phone, and I'm gonna go live on Facebook to try to get people to come here and do all that good stuff. Because I don't know how to do lives from multiple multiple cameras and stuff like that. I don't know how to intertwine them or whatever. Not really good at that. And see, and I wish I knew how to. I wish I knew how to do that because that would be great. That way, because I know that what I would do with that is I would actually order more cameras, or maybe I would buy more cameras, and even go as far as having interviews here at home. But that's wishful thinking. So I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna build it while I fly. I think that's the best way I can go about that. I have no good goddamn idea what I'm doing. And see, if for some sick reason I can't, like I said, I can't bring in multiple cameras, I don't know how. So I'm gonna keep. So I'm doing my due diligence and researching and trying to do all that stuff. But it is not easy. And then, so I don't have a topic. I already explained that what had happened with the live streams that was supposed to happen yesterday. Unfortunately, not everything came to fruition, and so everything got postponed. But everything will be back on track for next week. That's the game plan, at least. And okay, say hi, Gumball. Say hi, Gumball. Okay, yeah, she's working on it. It's not perfect, but you know, I'll take the win. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. So I'm definitely working on that. We're also gonna try to get her some more videos in because her growing up is really adorable for me, and even in a lot of cases, even annoying. I'll go as far as because, like I said, she threw a cereal out there, so now I gotta go and spend time picking that up. That's gonna be fun. And there's a whole lot of this. Okay. Well, that. Okay, rude. Oh, you see how she's just gonna snatch that? You just snatch it. You done yet? I see this. This is her mama to a T. Don't tell her mama I said that. Then she gonna try to be even more difficult on me. Lord knows I don't need them problems. Look at that. Look, she trying to make even bigger mess. She can't make a mess with that. Yeah, you can't make a mess with that. Do people ever try to get help when they know something is wrong with their mental health? The way I see it, that is a case by case thing, because there's people who do and there's people who don't. You really can't base that off of a generalization. As much as I would like to, the fact of the matter is that really all comes down to the individual. And that's something that I stress a lot because especially when this comes to this social media thing, everybody wants to deal in absolutes. Now, there are some generalizations that are based on a majority, and I get that. But the fact of the matter is but too many these type of questions are always case by case, and they always come down, like I said, to the individual and what their situation is. And a lot of people really don't want to. They don't want to, I guess, accept that as a decent answer. It's always either yes or it's no. And it shouldn't be that way. It should always be, okay, well, that has to be to that individual because, humans are so intricate and so complex, and it's because we have this ego thing that it's always hard to bring this down to just to the one thing. Okay, there are some things that you can say that are all down to humans. Humans all have the weird thumb that allows us to grab and pick things up or whatever the hell it is. We have that opposable thumb thing. We I guess you can't say that. I'm not even gonna say that because there are plenty of animals that do it. But essentially, humans, we are pretty special just based on what we're doing. We're the only species on the planet that actually, evolves our lives through technology. I mean, you have not seen horses improve their quality of life through inventing something. We're working on exploring outer space. We're working on doing so much other stuff to increase our way of life or our way of living and the way we live. And of course, with that it brings many issues. So when it comes down to mental health, yeah, it's definitely something hard to grasp. And I'm not an expert on the subject matter, so I don't like to try to pretend that I know everything that goes on when it comes to this subject. So realistically speaking, it's just not it's not something that I have a legitimate answer for. I can only really just give you this beat around the bush response. I can't say yes and I can't say no because of all of these things that I just said. There's too many factors that will keep someone from going, and then there are people who really do just go. And too many people will use help as a crutch, and that's not necessarily helpful to the help that they're seeking. And it matters. Let's just make that clear. Mental health does matter, but it's not always speaking to a professional that can be impactful. Yes, does it help a lot of people? Yeah, definitely. I will never say don't do that, but there are certain ways that people can find their element. What my element was production. One of the things that always bugged me, throughout my life when I was struggling with mental health was the fact of the matter is that, and this is just basically what my therapist brought out of me, is I wasn't being productive enough. And I hated hearing that. But when I started learning how to be productive, everything else just didn't matter anymore. It's safe to say that I was able to be in a relationship. I was able to be single, I was able to be single for now 3 years and not have an issue as far as my mental health is concerned for the last 1 year, was that I was working so hard on being productive. Outside of, I brought another child into the world. She's almost 2 now, and grabbing a second job, trying to work on this YouTube thing. I'm not going to say that everything has been perfect, but my balance has been solid, and that made a hell of a difference to where I was before all of this stuff happened. Because I'm feeling productive and I'm feeling like, I'm trying to make a difference, and that is just what worked for me. I'm not gonna say, well, everybody else should try to do this same thing because it won't work for you. That's the greatest thing about being humans is that there are so many things. There's so much to go around that the individual has to really do his own thing before they can actually understand what is going on with them in the world. Okay, so Monica Brown also says, I understand that, but does anyone pay attention to those who are hurting even as their egos get in the way? Now, when I say ego, I don't mean ego by, I don't mean ego by, their level of arrogance or, any of that thing. I mean, as far as your conscience is concerned. That's something I learned about playing a video game. But basically, we have our own inner voice, and we have and that is how we think. That is how we usually use our rational decision making is within that inner voice. Oddly enough, that is not something that usually gets in people's way. There's a lot of things that get in a person's way when it comes to their own mental health, and 9 times out of 10 it isn't their ego. It's usually just certain factors of what they can and cannot do. And when I hear things like ego, that I'm hearing like it just seems like picking someone while they're down, and I don't think that's really fair. Honestly, it's not something I'm a fan. The worst thing you can do is kick someone while they're down. It's that is probably one of the biggest things that gets in someone's way. And I understand that you know other people shouldn't matter when it comes to that sort of thing. But the fact of the matter is that we are a societal species, and no matter how you slice it, it does matter, whether you want it to or not. So that's for me. That's kind of where I am on that. I know that's a little raucous and it's a little all over the place. Bear with me on that. That's just me. Okay, so here is something that I do want to talk about though, because I was seeing this on Facebook and it really annoys me, right? Okay, so I was on Facebook and I saw this post here. Hold on, wait. Before I get to that, let me see this. Okay, yeah, I just explained that already, but I'll explain it again. I'll try to be more detailistic about it later. So, okay, and then hold on, let me because okay, try to make sure everything is there. Okay, yeah, so everything is where it should be. Okay, so hold on, I gotta do a thing real quick before I continue. So I do have another topic that I want to talk about, and I think you guys are gonna really like this one. And so I'm going to try to share this out with some people before I get started. So if you guys can indulge me for a sec, that would be great. Let me see. Because okay, so okay.
You gonna brush your little ass, stay out. Well, they're trying to keep you number, I just didn't want her to fall on her face.
It would have been funny.
No, it wouldn't have been funny because she would fell through the chair on the floor and got caught. Grandmothers know these things.
Yeah, that wouldn't have made it any less funny. All I'm saying is that it would have been funny. Okay. Anyway, sorry about shit. Sorry about that. My mom got to the stream. Okay. So here's what I wanted to speak on today because I was looking through the wormhole of Facebook like I usually do, and I saw this post here. Okay, you probably can't see it, but if you don't know by now, it is a post about Future. I mean about Russell Wilson and Sierra in this Kevin Samuels fans group. Okay, and it says we all know who the father of the boy with the gold hair is Future, but who is the father of shit? It says who is the father of that little dark skinned girl? Because I don't think that's Russell's. Now, thinking that not thinking it's funny, but laughing, that's pretty out of the way, don't you think? Anyway, so when I saw this post, I thought this has to be the dumbest shit ever in the world because you're gonna try to sit here and tell me that because you don't like Russell Wilson and the fact that he married a single mother now one of his kids isn't his. I mean, how sad in life do you have to be? How miserable in life do you have to be to make to wake up in the morning? Because this was posted 5 hours ago, and it's almost 11 o'clock. So that means that somewhere between 6 and 9 a.m., somebody had to have gotten out of bed, seen this picture, seen this family picture, and just thought to themselves, you know what? I hate Russell Wilson so much. I am going to try to spread controversy about him that we all know ain't true. You got to be a miserable person to really just think that. You really hate somebody so much because of who they decided to marry or whatever that you want them to fail so bad. I mean, how miserable you have to be to want somebody to be in your level of unhappiness. You got to be pretty pathetic, if you ask me. Everything okay? Okay. I don't know about y'all, but that's pretty pathetic. And I go down the line of down the comments, and it says, you got one guy that says, Well, I can't even read this right. It says, never want to see these people to be happy, shaking my head, crazy. Y'all don't get, we can make any color. My baby is proof of that in reverse. Find someone else to pick on for real. And then another person says, I'm going to assume this is a troll post because there's no way possible you're up worrying about another man and his children that look exactly like him. Jesus Christ, Kevin wouldn't approve it. And it's like, you have, I mean, seriously, you have to be pretty miserable to wake up and this is what you think. Another person says, you it's not Russ. Do you have access to a DNA test? Maybe think it's not Russ. Either way, it's still pretty wrong because like, why do you care? Like, why is this even a subject? Fine looking fam nonetheless. Becoming a gossip blog. He don't care. He's just happy with it. Good for him. And then some dipshit says, that's Future's kid as well. And it says, are you blind? That girl looks just like him. Beautiful family. She looks just like Russell, though. Sierra is the one pictured on her feet leading the group. I don't know, man. I just see it and I just see how miserable some people can be. It's like, how can you be so miserable? Why would someone else's happiness make you so miserable? But that's just my opinion. And it's like, you have to really, like I said, you have to really be a miserable person to wake up like that. Like, nobody should be waking up that damn miserable. Okay. All right. Okay, that's how all the trolls are, though. And that's what I like to believe. I would like to believe it might have just been. Look, I do my share of trolling on Facebook a lot. I'm not even gonna lie about that. I get to them in the troll space. When I'm out here doing my troll thing, I get to them. I enjoy pissing people off. But what I don't do is make shit up. I don't like the idea of trying to make something up to try to sell a story to keep a bunch of other miserable people feeling good in their misery because they have something to potentially talk about. It's in a word, pathetic. So I don't understand why people actually put so much time into that sort of thing. It is troublesome. It's bothersome. It's quite frankly annoying. Because these aren't things that I look forward to seeing. I don't. This is not something that when I go to men's spaces to try to have conversations with other men and men are just so upset that they really can't, that like they have to tell lies to get just so they can have like-minded people be miserable with them, and they're all in an echo chamber, to say the least. And then of course, if anybody doesn't agree with that shit, then you're a simp. And it's just like, dude, what kind of fucking loser are you? That's really if that's really the basis of what you're doing. So I was just thinking about something and it lost me. I hope I spelled that right. Okay. Uh, what else was I thinking about? I was just thinking about something and it left me really quickly. Okay, yeah. No, seriously, I really just hate that. I really just lost all of my train of thought. Okay, so let's try to. But yeah, like I was saying, I like to get my troll on. Y'all know me. I'll get on a few people posts. I'll get on there and I'll say something that a lot of people don't like. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. So since I know you're here at Black Angel TV, the world's greatest moderator. I wanted to let you know that I got a lot of screenshots from a lot of ladies and some guys. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to spend tomorrow going through those. I'll probably go through them while I'm live streaming so that I can get a compilation together, and then I'm going to make the video because this was something that I had really thought about over the last week, and trust me when I tell you, it was something that I had been seeing for years now. A lot of people, they will post those screenshots. I'm actually thinking about trying to see if I can grab some off of the internet and see how far those will go. But essentially that video is actually in the works because I have a lot of material to work with. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Yeah, so I might actually end up being able to do just that. Okay, yeah. On second thought, I might be able to get there. Yes, I have already been requested by several people of that same thing, and I let everyone know that obviously the people and the douchebags in question will be scratched out. So nobody's going to be exposed. That's not the intent of the video. The intent of the video was just informing people they can try to make better decisions instead of complaining about why they're failing. Because I'm willing to bet that with all the dirty shit that pops up, I'm willing to bet that that has never worked with a single woman. Now, I may be wrong, and please let me know if I am, but if that actually works, that has to be like a 1 in a billion thing. Mm. Okay, there's one, but I don't speak Hindi very well. No, that wasn't Hindi, that was Arabic. Okay. Oh, I'm so using that one. Yeah, so yeah, obviously I don't plan on exposing anybody. I'm just gonna make a sort of a it's gonna so I'm gonna obviously give in commentary and stuff like that, but I'm gonna pretty much just put pictures over, put the screenshots over everything, and talk about the the problems, especially with online dating and stuff like that. Okay, and the funny thing is, well, I guess you can't say it's funny because it's not, but people, when I actually ask people, because I asked a lot of people to support my YouTube channel, and more often than not, every time, you know, I can't say every time because it's more often than not. That would kind of be anyway. Pretty much, a lot of people have suspected me of being hacked when I asked them to subscribe to my YouTube channel or check out my YouTube channel because I always start off with, "Can you do me a solid? It'll be super easy." And I actually did that with a good number of people who subscribe to my channel because I thought it was something funny to say. I was trying to be funny when I was doing it, but at the same time, I'm like, no, seriously, can you look at my YouTube channel? Pretty please, with sprinkles. And this thing came back. Mom, actually, never mind. I got it. No, no, you don't. I got you. Clean your face. You gotta clean your face. Ugh. We gotta clean up Eve's face. All right, go beat it. And just like that, it runs away. Oh snap! I made it. I made it. I just threw a napkin in the garbage can. I made it from downtown. Shit, but with my shooting skills, that might as well have been from Mars. Or am I just over exaggerating? Fuck it. I'm going with it. I'm owning it. Forgive me. Mom made dinner last night and I didn't. So I figured leftovers from breakfast. I'm happy. You blink. Yeah. My older daughter didn't even figure that I was just challenging her to a blink first contest. And sure enough, for once, I beat her. I didn't have to I didn't have to BS my way out of it. Wait. I am terrible at that. Hold on. I got this. Okay, hold on. All right. What else am I doing? What else am I on about this? I am running out of material for this. Mike, what are you doing? What's all that banging? Oh, and seeing this is why I like actually being a parent post. Even when they know me, it's still adorable. Okay. Let's see, and this is something I should have did. Actually, you know what? I just thought about it. I was thinking about why didn't I do a live stream about parenting on Father's Day? And I was like, dude, I did do a live stream on Father's Day. I actually remember who I interviewed too. Mm. And see, and because I'm struggle streaming so hard, it's hard to it's hard to really just reel those guys in. It's even harder to reel them in when you don't have an actual subject. You just say, hey, everybody call in. You've got nothing to talk about. What do you want to talk about? Hold on, what was I supposed to be doing right now? And see, I was supposed to call my uncle yesterday and I completely forgot. And I now remember why, because I didn't have a chance. This is what I get for working so hard, everybody. Okay, wait, let me go back here because I gotta see if there is new activity going on. I know a lot of people then who the hell am I kidding? Half my audience dipped. Hmm. So what I've gonna do is I'ma just go to Facebook and I'm gonna go live there at the same time. See how far that takes me. Oh yeah. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go live on Facebook because why not? Let me see if I okay, cool. I can put that sideways just like that. Oh, I can't rotate my live video. This is lame. Okay. All right, I'll just leave it like this. Yeah. All right. So now I'm live on two places. Actually, You know what? I'm gonna push the envelope. I'm gonna go live on Instagram too. Yeah, that's what we gonna do. We gonna go live everywhere. I'm gonna go. Um, yeah. So we gonna go live everywhere right now. This is gonna be my little triple play live stream. All right. So if I'm gonna be struggle streaming, let me struggle stream everywhere. Yeah. And then what I'll do, I gotta think about how I'm gonna do it. Let me see. I could probably just like get a point and then just like three-way it or something like that. I don't know. Actually, I think that's how I should do it when I do my future videos. Now that I think about it, because that I can pull off. I can pull that I can pull off that feat where I can, just bring two different videos together or something like that and switch the angles up. I think that would be pretty cool. So good morning, Berlin Black. Welcome to the madness. Believe it or not, I'm actually live streaming on 3 different platforms right now. My boy Taiwan Tillis, he came on Instagram. What's going on, my brother? Did I even pronounce that right? I don't know if he so anyway, yeah. So for anybody watching, I'm pretty much live streaming on 3 different platforms right now. So, now I'm just contemplating how I'm gonna do that as far as making videos going forward. I don't know how I really don't know how I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna think of something because I know I know people do it all the time. So I'm gonna try to find a way to make that work. Mm. But yeah, like I said, I'm just going live. Because I'm struggle streaming so hard. I figured, you know what? I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna try to struggle stream on 3 different platforms at the same time. Let me see how far that gets me. And the worst that can happen is nothing happens. So I'm just going. I'm gonna continue eating my breakfast. I don't know why I watch it nowhere. Hey, mom. Good job.
Good job. It's kind of fucked up. Slippers are dirty. Their clothes are dirty.
So I had this genius idea, mom. I don't know if you're still watching.
But I'm sure as hell that I need those because this floor, I'm starting to stick to the floor.
March.
Yeah.
Your grandma needs help. I don't feel like getting up.
Be careful. Yeah. It's good. So, yeah. Okay. I need one of those. Here's- It's
So, mom, I had this genius idea because I don't know if you're watching or not, and you should. Not you, mom. I'm talking about you, Skinny Mini. Should have watched my live stream, but
Oh, sweet, 95%.
what?
Oh, sweet, 95%.
You're not asleep right now. I'm doing it right now. What are you talking about? You live for now. Beat it. anyway, so the genius idea was because since nobody was watching my live stream on YouTube at the moment, I figured, you know what, let me go live on Facebook and Instagram too. So I'm going live. I'm going live on all three right now. I figured I use my phone to do that. Speaking of which, Richard is actually watching on Facebook right now. I would have liked if you had showed up on YouTube, but I mean,
Any watching is all good.
yeah, but I'm trying to work on the
Yeah,
YouTube part.
as long as you're asked,
Mom, you're not even doing it right. Bring it here.
I don't care, I just. I don't want to keep skipping to the floor.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get you to use it right so you can be more effective.
You know what, right now, activity is not, I just want to get stuff up so I can stop skipping to it. Who in the hell gave her juice anyway?
It wasn't me. Yeah, I had figured that out.
Grandma
And-
just don't want to stick to the floor. That's
Okay.
all I'm saying.
Okay,
No, I
fair
was
enough.
talking to you, Dar,
Okay. Yeah, so
since I know who the culprit was.
yeah, so Barry Irving and Richard, if y'all could go and switch over to YouTube and check that out, that would be great. I'd be grateful. Grateful. I have to point in three different directions because I'm live streaming on three different platforms right now. But I want to try to get everybody over to YouTube, which is why I'm actually pretty shocked that I didn't think of this sooner. I'm mad I didn't think of this sooner because this probably might have actually gotten me somewhere. And maybe, just maybe, more people would show up. So, you know, I wouldn't be struggle streaming so hard. Okay. Yeah, so wait, what did you mean you glad I figured out? Figure what out? What do you mean what was I supposed to figure out? Educate me. And it's funny because when I went on to Facebook and Instagram, two people came in, two people left really quick. They were like, not this boring ass nigga. Always trying to get people to watch his live stream was boring ass. Yeah, I know I got a boring ass voice too. That's probably why I'm not on radio. I'm okay with that though. Mom, in the kitchen though?
Good. My face was looking like a baby's. I'm a grown ass woman, I'm not gonna let snot keep running down my face.
Okay, but in the kitchen, never mind, because you know you got all my fans listening and all of that. Yeah, I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm actually surprised I didn't think of that sooner. I'm kind of bummed that I didn't think of that sooner because that would have actually been helpful if I had started doing that sooner. Okay, and Fathers Lives Matter actually joined in on Instagram. Thank you very much, Mr. Donovan. I always appreciate your support. And Richard showed up on the tube, so you know, thank you for that. Make sure you hit the like button, Richard, because you don't like to do that, and that bugs me out. Yeah, so I had this genius idea to try to stream on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram so that you know maybe I can lead more people to YouTube. And so that is why I'm doing that today. So I figured I'd do that today because I had to reschedule with my guest from yesterday and today due to circumstances beyond our control. We'll leave it at that. So Yeah, we're and we're and I'm still on for that too. Um, so for those who don't know, Fathers Lives Matter, who I interviewed a few weeks ago, said he wanted me to get in on his show, and I really want to. And that is, I'm going to do that soon as you send me that invite. I will gladly show up because a lot to there's lots to talk about in that regards. But also, everybody, let's just get that perfectly clear. I will be looking in 3 different directions because I am live streaming on 3 different platforms. So if I'm talking to one person on one platform, I'll let everybody know that I'm talking to that person on that platform. And then everybody else, if y'all still got something y'all want to contribute, then by all means contribute. That would be really great. I'm on your time. Fathers Lives Matter. Yeah. So Mr. Donovan, I'm on your time. So you throw a date out and I will forsake all others to make sure that I am on that time on that platform with you. I think it'd be good to I think that'd be a very good because
Through the walls.
I think that'd be great because I know you set aside time for me and I'm grateful for that. So I will definitely return the favor. And a lot of people that I've done collabs with so far, if they wanted to invite me to their platforms, and trust me when I tell you, I have zero issues joining them in their work because I really think that it will be important, to show the same love to the people who have set their time aside for you. And that cross branding is always important and monumental, especially when you're trying to grow. And I noticed that in many social media spaces. So I do believe that is important. Also, Richard, if you're still here, don't forget to hit the like button, pretty please. Dude, it's like herding cats with these guys. All I ask for is to hit the like button. Likes are free. Like kindness. Y'all like kindness, right? That's free. Okay, so hold on. I gotta bring this one on because in every live stream, she likes to interrupt. And if she's not the center of attention, she'll make herself the center of attention, and it irks me. Okay, give me your footsies. I got your feeties. I got your feeties. Dad got your feeties. Okay, you done? Because you're drooling and it's gross. I mean, seriously, girls drool was a person. This would be it right here. So and you are determined to be difficult this morning, aren't you? Okay, hold on. I'm supposed to be sending out invites. See, I keep forgetting about the invite button. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Hold on. Yeah, see, because I know when it comes to Facebook, I get to curse people out, and that's what I'm going to do. And invite people into my shenanigans and give them shit for not showing it to my YouTube live stream because it'll be fun. Okay, she wants to get down, so we're gonna let her go. Say bye, Gumball. Okay, hold on. No. Before you go, you're gonna say goodbye. So say bye, Gumball. Yeah, see? Okay, all right, now you can go. Okay, you want this. I know this is what you want. So go. All right, go beat it. Uh, okay. You would think this would be much easier, but it is not even a little bit. And actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I knows what I was gonna do. I'm going. So yeah, the whole purpose of me doing this was to try to shift people over to YouTube, and that's definitely what I'm gonna start doing when I do my live streams. Because that is so much easier than sending out masses of people, giving masses of people a link to the witch call it, knowing most of them ain't gonna show up any damn way. Because I mean, let's be honest, I am not the most popular guy on the planet, which is why I only had 3 people show up to Instagram and 2 show up to Facebook. Because I don't do this very often, or rather, I spent a long time not doing this very often. And so when I finally started doing it again, it pretty much when I started doing it again, it was like, oh yeah, we forgot he actually did this sort of thing. Sirius XM, I don't even know how that works. I don't know what Sirius XM really is. And so when I say I can't do radio, I definitely would stand by that. I couldn't do radio. And the reason I say that is because I know my voice is boring. Like, I don't even think like this was not the ideal voice that would have been, great for me. Probably why I didn't have so much luck growing up, because again, when you have a boring voice or an annoying voice, and mine might very well be both. I mean, that kind of satellite radio streaming. Yeah, see, and again, I don't know. I definitely don't know what that is. I mean, if you would care to educate me on that, I would be open to giving it a try. But I definitely don't know what that is or how that is. Nico, thank you for coming up to the Facebook, because he's one of the guys who supports my shenanigans. But he didn't subscribe to my YouTube channel. Oh, now you run away. He ran away. Love him though. He's a cool dude. But yeah, I would actually like, if I knew what I was doing when it came to satellite radio streaming, I would definitely get into that sort of thing. The main thing though that I have to do really is just try to I guess I really require more time. I think that's going to be the biggest part of all of that. I require more time. And the reason I say that is because I don't have a lot of time on my hands because of the 2 jobs and the 2 kids and trying to build a platform on YouTube. I think that's so it really does make some things really, really hard. And as Instagram can see in the background, oh snap, we got Matt McCarter. So McCarter showed up on Facebook. Hey McCarter, if you can switch over to YouTube, that would be great, because that's where I'm doing most of my damage, and that's where I'm trying to get most of my most of my shenanigans done. If you don't want to go to YouTube, that's fine too, but I appreciate it if you do. Hold on. And I can't tell who that is. That Roach? I can't tell if that's Roach or not. I don't know who that is in the background on my. I can't tell who the icon is on Facebook. Oh, that's Michael Beer. Oh, Big Beer. What's going on, my brother? Shit. The big homie Beer showed up on Facebook. So yeah, Richard Emil, yeah, radio or podcasting. So I don't even consider this to be a podcast, even though several people have acknowledged it as such. I don't necessarily consider it podcasting only because it's not it's not there's so much more into being a podcast, and I haven't reached that level yet. Yeah. So thanks for checking in, Michael Beer. So what I'm trying to do right now is I'm just trying to get people to go and check out my YouTube channel because I'm live streaming on 3 different platforms right now. I'm live streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And so I'm trying to get people to get over to my YouTube channel. So, I'm trying to get people to subscribe there. So, I'm marketing it that way instead of trying to go one platform at a time. I'm going through 3 different platforms. And actually, what I can do, since people like doing this sort of thing, I'm gonna leave a call in. I'm gonna leave a link to the Zoom on the chat for if people want to call in for YouTube. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave a link to the channel right here in the chat. So here, I'll leave the link right here. So that's the link to my channel. I also have a link to a link to the chat for people who wanna probably chime in and have something that they want to talk about, and we can have some good discussions that way. And Rocky Black Music on Instagram showed up. What's going on, my brother? Always good to see him in the building because he's hooking a brother up with some work, and I'm gonna be trying to collab with him in the future. Always great when he comes through and shows support for me. So, like I said, everybody that's watching Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, I'm live streaming on YouTube as well. And I'm trying to get everybody to roll over to YouTube because, again, I'm trying to increase my following on YouTube. That's pretty much what I'm trying to do. And I'm campaigning for that today. And so, if people can tell their friends about it, and if people can, switch over to there. And again, I left a call in on the I left the link to the Zoom. So if you want to call in and have something to talk about, that'll be great too, because I'm trying to be engaging to the audience for the weekend. Rail on YouTube said, "What's up, cousin? What's going on, cousin?" Rail, that is my second moderator. I have 3 moderators for my YouTube channel, because one of the things that I am trying to build is not just this YouTube channel, but going forward in the midterm, and my midterm feature goal is trying to build a team. I want to build a team. I want to be able to, going forward, be able to make my YouTube channel monetize so that the team that I have, we can all eat off of this, and I'm trying to make a brand out of it. So, 2 of my moderators have been here today. I didn't actually inform my 3rd one, so I don't think she would have showed up. But to Richard Emil, to your point, is I do want to eventually do podcasting. I definitely want to get into that, because a lot of people don't know this, but when I first started live streaming and doing and just doing YouTube in general, the thing that I wanted to lead with was kindness. Kindness is free, and and it's not just a cheesy punchline that I came up with. I figured it'd be a good principle. Something. Just to get the conversation going. Something to get the conversation going because of all of the things that we see in that's going around on social media, and not all of it is good, obviously. I think one of the biggest things that I don't like seeing, honestly, when it comes to lack of kindness and stuff like that, are the prank channels, some of the content from the manosphere, and I can't even call it that, because is it really what that is? A lot of people who were part of that actually disassociated themselves from the manosphere, which I thought made sense, because I myself did just that, because the fan base the fan base was just not following the ideas of the content that they were consuming. It actually was counterintuitive, because then when they put their own interpretations into it, it was really extremist. It was really cringy. So it was like, I don't want to be associated with the fan base, because the fan base is stupid. It's just like how Republicans are mixed in with racist people. I can't sit here and just be like, well, Republicans are racist because their fan base is. Their fan base makes them look bad, yeah. And so a lot of people want to disassociate themselves away from it because it doesn't look right. It doesn't, it doesn't sound right. Now, some people will double down on it and and say that that's not the case. And I'd actually go as far as agree. But that's just where I stand on that. So Roe John Brown on Facebook chimed in, and hey, I'm so here's what I'm doing right now, because I'm gonna keep repeating this so that it gets it gets drawn around. But right now, because I didn't have my guest on today, I was trying to get everybody to switch over to YouTube. So I'm live streaming on YouTube as well as Facebook and Instagram. So I want people to try to switch over to YouTube, check it out for a little bit. And, just I'm just trying to work on building up from there, and obviously I don't expect everybody to, all be there at once, and stuff like that. But that's just something that I would like for people to do. So if you could switch over to YouTube, I'd be grateful. If not, that's fine too. I'm glad you chimed in. I'm really grateful for that. So thank you. What more can I say, right? Also, before you bail out, someone wants to say hi to you too, because I know she hasn't said hi to Say hi, Gumball. Hold on, wait. Say hi, Gumball. Say hi. Gumball, say hi. Yeah, see? Yeah, so, but yeah, thanks, Unc. I appreciate that. The more people that switch over, that'd be great. I'm gonna still be on Facebook and Instagram live streaming, but for the most part, the main dish will be on YouTube, obviously. So I'm still trying to go over that. And again, I'm mad I didn't think of this a few hours ago. Come on, baby, your face. Your face. It's gooey. Okay. Dad wife, and I still gotta get her hair done too. So I'm gonna go out and make some money later. And then I don't know, either get a hold of my ex-wife or ask my mom or somebody to, redo her hair because it's all over the place now. And we want the baby to be pretty, right? We want that baby. We want that baby to be pretty. And see, and thanks to y'all, she's just gonna be stuck here all day now. I'm gonna have to get up. And see, usually she'd have her pacifier on her, but the pediatrician was just like, no more pacifiers. And at first I was gonna be like, nah, fuck that. We're gonna still use these pacifiers, because they keep her quiet. But now it's just like her mom was like, no, we should listen to the doctor because we don't want her teeth to be all messed up. And as y'all know, I had a history of bad teeth. So I was like, okay, cool, we'll do it your way. And so okay, so Roji B said, tell me about your thoughts on running for city council. I remember this was one endeavor you had. So, and believe it or not, I don't know if you were here for this, Roji B. I actually had a guy that I went to high school with who actually is a sitting council member for the city of Albany. And if you can hit the like button for me, I'd be more than grateful, Unc. And he basically told me how he went through that process, and it wasn't even hard to, it's not hard to drop your name in a hat for a city councilman and stuff like that. But more often than not, it's the crud. I didn't mess up. It's more often than not, it's the people with the education that have a better chance of pulling that off. He had, I forgot his level. I want to say he was at a master's. He's working on his PhD right now. And that is how he managed to make city council. Because you don't necessarily have to be rich, because if you have a good following of people, then those people will essentially vote for you, especially if you know enough people. And I'm gonna tell you right now, not a lot of people in this community know me. So when I do call myself running for city council, one of the things that I know I have to do is I have to actually, work on some kind of some form of community service. So that'll be something that I'll probably be doing in a not so distant future, is working on community service, because I know that I'll use that also to increase my following here on YouTube. And then of course, when I have enough people, who know of the good stuff that I'm doing, and when I actually, and this is going to be the huge part, is actually having a plan for when I run for city council. And see, and when I originally wanted to do it, I didn't have a real plan. I just said I wanted to do it. So I actually have to have a plan when I actually call myself setting that in motion. That way, when I do call myself running, the people who support me, and they'll have and try to have other people support me and try to help me campaign and donate and all that good stuff, they'll know what I'm going for. So that's my so that is what I would be working towards. The only hard part about that is how will I be able to do that, as well as still keeping my employment, because I still want to keep my job. I don't want to walk away from a job, just to, do councilman work. Now I don't mind, if I had to stop doing Lyft, I kind of be bummed. But if I had to stop doing that, then that'd be another thing. Another thing that I would also be wanting to not stop doing is YouTube. I would still want to be doing stuff on YouTube. Obviously, the content would have to change in a better manner, which, in a sense, it's already, I already try to keep it as professional as possible in light of all of that anyway. But one of the things that I don't want to do is, I guess you could say, make it look biggity. Because if anybody knows anything, that's not something that I like to associate myself with. Another thing as well, and I'm glad RoGB brought this up as well. It was that I also plan to run as an independent. I didn't want to be associated with the Democratic or the Republican parties, mostly because of the extremist takes on both sides. I don't want to have those associations with that, because obviously I know people personally who vote Democrat or Republican, and I have no beef with either of them. One of my best friends, votes one side, and the other guy, and another best friend of mine, votes on the other side, and they're good friends. So I'm not going to sit here and try to say that Republicans and Democrats are bad, but when it comes to politics, I'm just not one of the guys who picks a side. So for me, that is the big thing. I don't want to pick sides. So I was like, okay, if I'm going to run, I would run as an independent. Okay, and it looks like my entire audience is gone now. So, okay, so I'm gonna probably just, and my whole which color disappeared. All right. And we still got this baby here. She is not going to leave me alone, guys. She been hounding me since I got here. So I know people on Facebook and YouTube can't see her, and Instagram can see pieces of her. So, but she here just bugging me. The baby won't leave me alone. And she's just finding any old thing she can use as a toy. Stop it. How am I on Zoom and YouTube at the same time? It's actually pretty easy, actually. I use Zoom to live stream on YouTube, which is how I get people to call in on the live streams. So I don't know if the link is there. I'm gonna repost the link because both of my moderators been dipped out. But essentially, you go into the Zoom switches it over to YouTube. I don't know all the ins and outs of it, but that's basically how it goes. Okay. Okay, and see, I'm gonna have to look. I know you don't want to get down, but I'm gonna put you down. Let's see, and she actually just likes looking at herself. Okay. Look, I'm so glad that cup is empty, because if it wasn't, I would have been splashed on whatever the hell was all in that cup. So glad that damn thing. But yeah, but like I said, I'm on Instagram, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Facebook all at the same time. When football season starts, yes, I will definitely be giving content on sports. I will definitely be doing all of that stuff. And what I'll probably do, because as y'all know, football is on Sunday. And obviously there's Thursday night football, Monday night football. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure if I'll go live. I'm still questioning that. I'm still trying to think of a. I'm still trying to think of a plan of how I'm going to go about doing that, because I definitely want to make football content when the NFL season starts. I won't do college though, because I don't follow college football, so don't judge me. And honestly, if I were anything like smart, I would have actually followed the NFL draft too. But again, I don't follow college football, so I wouldn't have been able to give anything valuable as far as my opinion on what the draft would have been bringing and the players and things of that nature. Yeah, what I will do is I will try to get some analytics together, and I will try to make predictions on games. I will also try to get guesstimations of scores and stats as well. So I will try to get that sort of thing going. I will still do my Saturday live streams. They won't always be football related. They'll still probably most likely be interviews with people. But I will still, I will still be doing that, but I will definitely be trying to get football stuff added in the mix. So yeah, I will try to make predictions on scores, stats, and when the preseason starts, because I'll do I guess some preliminary stuff with the preseason and things of that nature, but I won't make any analysis on what's going on with what goes on with the preseason, because of how the preseason works. Because the preseason, you start with 90 players, and then you end up going down. It goes down to 90 to 75. Then it goes from 75 to, I don't remember what it goes down to after that. But eventually it stops at 53. And then you have some people who go in the practice squad. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't watch all of it. I don't see all of it. So it's gonna be a pain in the ass to try to piece all of that together. But what I will do is I will keep an eye on all the day one rosters. If I'm not mistaken, hold on, let me check. Because hey, Auntie Tracy, so Auntie Tracy, she showed up on my on the Facebook. So what I'm pretty much doing here on Facebook, Auntie, is I'm trying to get people to switch over and check out my YouTube channel, because I'm going live on 3 different platforms. And so that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get people to switch over to YouTube and, throw their support to me there, so I can, and of course, I'm trying to explain to people what I'm going to be doing this coming fall, because it was definitely a good suggestion given to me. So if you want the link, let me know, Auntie. And if you know it already, then that's great. But just in case, there is the hold on, wait. Is there a link to the? Hold on, I think there's a hold on. You know what? That's what I should do. I should have left a link to the live stream. I don't know if this is the right link though. I think that's the link to the live stream. If that's not the link to the live stream, then I apologize. Just go to the link, the first link that I put out, and that one there is the link to my channel where I am actually doing the live stream. For those of you who want to call in who are on the YouTube live stream, the link is already in the chat. So, just give it a click. So again, like I was saying, I don't know if I don't remember if I bought the package for all of the for the NFL, the NFL package. I don't remember if I purchased it or not. I believe I did. Because obviously this year I wanted to watch all the games. That said, what I will try to do is give. Thanks, Auntie. So what I will try to do is get day one rosters going. So I want to try to get a compilation of every team's week one roster. That's really what I want to do. But I got to figure out how to do that. That's the only problem. If I can get that going, then that will definitely be the big thing that I have going for making a video going forward. But I definitely want to get everybody's day one offense and defensive rosters going. So that that'll be something everybody can have a look at when they I guess come to this channel. And if everything goes well with that, what I'll try to do is try to get every team's starting roster for every week of the season. That's my game plan. That's what I want to do. I want to try to get the starting rosters for every team at every point at every week of the season. Do I still play Madden? I'm gonna be honest with you. I have Madden, but I don't play it, or rather, should I say, I don't play it every day. Because the last time I played was a few months ago. But again, I haven't had a commitment. I haven't had a commitment to video games as of late. So, like, I think the only games that I played was Red Alert 3, and I'm still trying to figure out how to stream me playing those games, because I want to live stream, not live stream, but I want to make videos of me playing video games as well, because I would definitely make content out of that. Yeah, I can't spell. But yeah, but outside of that, yeah, I have not had really much commitment as far as playing video games is concerned, because I don't commit the time to it as much as I would love to. Coach McElroy, how you doing? So if you're watching, thank you for watching on Facebook. I'm trying to get people to cross over and support my YouTube channel. So if you could go to YouTube and check everything out there, I'd be more than grateful. If not, that's fine too. Just trying to get people to support my YouTube channel. That's all. But I am glad that you did chime in. I appreciate that. So any news coming from the DMV that consumers should be aware of? Price increases. That's about it. Price increases. That's the only thing coming down the pipeline. They're still updating the driver's license and ID forms. That's because I mean I don't know if any Californians are aware of that they had changed the forms a few years ago, which was a nightmare for us trying to process everything. But what I will say is that that I think they revised it again, which of course in turn made it harder for us to process stuff. But if you, one of the things I always try to tell people who live in California and they have to do DMV stuff, if it's basic, if it's basic stuff like registration, and it was a registration, driver's license, your ID, vehicle insurance program, stuff like that, you can just mail it in. The process takes a day, maybe 2 tops, that all depends on where you're mailing it. But if you mail it in early, it'll definitely be taken care of quickly. And like I said, it all depends on where you're mailing it from. So it may take a day, it may take 2 days, it may take 3 days. And that's only from the date that you mail it. And that's also pending on how the postal service, how fast the postal service moves, because a lot of people don't account for that. They want to try to. Really? We're not doing that right now. Are you? She's really trying to make me do the Buzz Lightyear. Okay, she's trying to make me do the Buzz Lightyear to the rescue because she thinks it's funny. So she always does it first chance she gets. Don't laugh at me, anybody. Y'all hear Instagram? Don't laugh at me. YouTube? Don't laugh at me. Facebook? Don't laugh at me. Okay, that's something that she does and she likes it. Okay, that's our thing. And Tara came in. What's up, Miguel? How you doing? Welcome to the Facebook stream on this wonderful Saturday. Just so you know, Tara, I'm actually live on YouTube, so if you can switch over to YouTube, I'd be very grateful. If not, that's fine too. You can still chime in here. We're still having fun. And for some sick reason, Facebook does not have the baby on screen. Yeah, she was in Stockton all this time. Well, you probably already knew that. You've probably been hanging out with her, but you ain't gotta remind me what I already know. But yeah, Ro, to answer your question, that really entirely depends. That really all. Like I said, I always tell people just mail it in. It's more efficient. Like I said, 9 times out of 10, your only worry is how fast the Postal Service moves. And because I work for the Postal Service, I know those guys like to move fast. So what I will say is don't wait till the last second. I think that's the worst thing people can do is they want to wait until the last second and then be surprised when they get a late fee in the mail, or they don't get their stuff in on time. Dude, if you have the money to do it right then and there, I will be working on that. I will work on getting pictures of the kids. We're supposed to be doing family portraits sometime at the end of the summer. So that'll be something that I do when I get to that point. That said, Auntie Tracy, just being a little patient and working with me, I will get you all of those. Fucking cool. There is no benefit to going P&O. Actually, you know what? Let me not lie, because that is actually a good question. RoGB on YouTube said, "What is the benefit to going P&O?" The only benefit to going P&O is if what's the best way? So P&O stands for planned on operation. So if your vehicle is too damaged or you're gonna take a while or it's gonna take a while for you to get repairs done, then the advantage is you only pay a small fee. You don't have to worry about car insurance, you don't have to worry about smog, you don't have to worry about any other side things other than, if I'm not mistaken, the $31 fee of going P&O. So that'll give you time to how much time you need to get those repairs done so that when you're ready to get back on the road, it won't cost you an arm and a leg. It'll just cost you the regular registration for the following year. Now, if those repairs come quicker than normal, then obviously to get that car back on the road, you have to, supply the required documents and pay the remainder of the registration fee minus what you paid for going P&O, but you won't have a severe penalty following the next year. That is the advantages of the P&O system. And seeing that was something that I didn't even know existed until about 6 years ago, which is how long I've been working at the DMV. And seeing ain't nobody fucking with me on Instagram, and I hate that. I'm getting all the love on Facebook and YouTube, but the gram is just like, nah, big fella. The gram is like, nah, big fella, we ain't got you over here. We forgot you existed. But truth be told, unless your ass ain't out, you ain't getting no love on Instagram unless your ass is out or unless you got a lot of dollars. And I got neither. Because that's probably I don't know. I had to understand that when you do this stuff, you have to actually have something that people want to see. And I know on Instagram, all we want to see is booty and money. And there's a lot of family stuff that goes on Facebook. Well, and you know what? I really do. So here's something that I need to tell people about, right? Because this is something that I have not talked about, but it needs to. But I do need to talk about it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn off the live stream for Instagram and the live for Instagram because ain't nobody here anyway. And I want to tell people about this because this is something that I actually started doing. This is something that I started doing recently. One of my moderators threw this idea to me, and so now I'm actually I actually went through with it, and that is, hold on. I actually started a subpage. I don't really use it, but I should, and or rather, I will start using it in a bigger capacity. The problem is trying to get all of my Facebook friends to switch over to there so that I could use that one on a more permanent basis. Because the more people I have switch over to there, the more that I will actually put use to it. So what I'm going to do is first, because I use my secondary profile here on my old phone. Okay. All right, so here we go. All right, so I had made my page. So I'm gonna show. So I wouldn't necessarily call it a business page because I don't have a business yet. Hold on, how do you get this in the focus? So everybody on Facebook can see it as well. So it's in perfect focus on for Facebook, but ain't nobody watching on Facebook right now. But okay, there we go. So if you can see that, that is my Facebook page, Diary of the Mad Hatter, which I would like for people to go check out at first chance. I'd be more than grateful. Okay, so my audience is definitely silent right now. And I can't believe he disappeared on me after asking me that damn question. Roast belt on me mid question. Dwayne Vernado, one of my favorite guys in the world. What's going on, Mr. Vernado? So since you're here, I do have to ask you if you could support my YouTube channel, because I'm actually live on YouTube right now as well as Facebook. But I'm trying to get people to switch over and show some support to my YouTube channel. I don't know if I ever asked you to subscribe to the channel already, but that's actually something that I'm doing right now. And you know, everybody's on YouTube watching me struggle stream right now. So I'm trying to get on in there and get people to watch my YouTube channel. A man can dream, guys. A man can dream. And so a fun thing is like I'm doing this right now, and I'm actually enjoying it. Actually, you know, yeah, I might be.
My hips hurt.
Really, on.
What, you didn't do?
This is my life. Okay. Oh, I thought you did, because I didn't see your name in the participation box. So, you know, some people, you know, I do have people that says I got 3 people watching now, but you know, like I said, I usually just go by what's in the participation box, because you know, people will be in here and they'll be silent, but they don't be saying anything, and I'd be kind of bummed by that. So I'm like, because I really just be thinking like, okay, if there's nobody in the participation box, that I don't think anybody's actually here. Don't judge me. I'm just that's just what I'm talking. That's just what I'm doing. Okay. Okay. So your question, Ro, was is how's football going and your future in a single pro? So, though I had no actual word on anything, and neither is Mike, I've been told by one of the owners from the previous team I played for, that my suspension should be lifted. But I don't know for sure, because no one's actually came to me with anything. Yeah, thanks, Dwayne. Yeah, so yeah, hold on. Let me here. I'm gonna once again. I will drop the link to the live stream on YouTube, so you know everybody can show up there, because I would rather people be on watching from YouTube rather than watching from Facebook. I mean, but if you don't want to go to YouTube, that's fine. But I prefer people would go to. I prefer people to get to check me out on YouTube. That way, everybody can, you know,
Yes, go on.
yeah, that. So I actually just got a message from one of my friends, and she was saying that she gets paid for Instagram now. I'm like, but like I said, man, look, if I know anything about Instagram, is one thing one thing I do know about Instagram is sex sales. Sex sales, and there's just there's just no way about that. Look, if you're a chick on Instagram, all you gotta do is show some ass, and everybody's gonna want to flock to see you. Now, if you're me, you actually have to bring something tangible. So I have to, I have to keep you guys entertained. I got to keep you guys wanting to come back. So that is, of course, one of the reasons I ain't that I ain't where I want to be as far as being monetized in the space goes. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna stop trying, because I'm definitely gonna keep trying. I want to give you guys content to want to come back to, something to look forward to. But to back to the point of the question which Roji B asked, I haven't had an exact word from the league, so I don't know if I'm still suspended or not. But if my suspension has been lifted, I will be looking for teams to play for next year. I don't know what team I'll be playing for. That's up in the air, and that won't be until I won't know for sure until I start doing stuff.
Until he can get a new one.
Okay, so
Didn't do it.
all right, so nobody saw that. Okay. Hold on.
Love you. I'm your mom.
That don't make me like y'all any less.
Nah, I'm gonna get you when you're not on air.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so what's your opinion or affiliate on all platform usability, entertainment, and so forth? As you know, I'm old school and only Facebook. So, good morning, Andre Golden. He's watching on Facebook, which I definitely appreciate, because he always supports me here on YouTube, and I definitely support him. He was actually the second person that I did a live stream compilation with. So I'm always grateful when Mr. Golden steps into the place. But as far as all the platforms, usability, entertainment, and work, and hold on, and so forth. So it's pretty simple, right? To me, all of which colors are essentially the same. So I don't have an opinion on which one is better or not. But when it comes down to it, everybody, we all know what you have to have. You have to have something. You have to bring something to the space if you're trying to do something with it. Obviously, being old school and only having Facebook. Well, yeah, you want to try to keep in contact with your friends, your family, your loved ones, your colleagues, your professional settings and stuff like that. Me, I want to build a brand. right? So, and that's what I'm trying to do. So I'm trying to make content. I'm trying to make content into which I could build that brand on. So yeah, I would do live streams, and I would do live streams with other people, and try to entertain and give something, to my audience. I want my audience to actually watch what I'm doing and see and enjoy it. I think that's the most important part is that they enjoy the content that I'm getting. So you, Mr. Rowe, I want you to enjoy the content I'm giving you. So when I have an engaging audience with people like such as yourself, or Black Angel TV, or Rel, or Lele, or even Monica Brown, when she comes in, and they tell her, I have a lot of people who come into this live stream. They don't always come in at the same time, which would be nice, because I can tell you right now, if I have a huge following, let's say if my following increased by like if it multiplied by 10, which would give me 2,700 subscribers, right? And if I had 10 times as many people showing up to the live streams at the same time, obviously I probably wouldn't need more moderators, because if I only have 10 people in the audience, but at any one given time, but I still have a lot of people showing up, then yeah, I would probably need a different moderator for based on the time of what I'm doing this. But also the other thing that I would be doing is one of the other things that I would be doing is I would still be trying to make more content. I'll be trying to push out better stuff. And obviously, as it stands right now, I do invest in this. Like right now, I haven't made any money off of YouTube. Obviously, I've done more spending, but eventually it's going to get to a point where I got a lot of people, where I have enough subscribers to where I can actually do stuff in the future. And I do have plans. I've actually made those plans clear on Instagram. My team is aware of my plans. Some people outside of my team are aware of where I'm trying to go in the not so distant future, where as far as this comes. So I do have a difference in opinions on each platform, but essentially, I'll go as far as saying, to answer your question, RoGB, is I use them all the same. Now, as far as communicating with people, obviously I use Facebook. For marketing, I use Instagram. For primarily content creation, I go with YouTube. And every now and again, I'll use TikTok. I don't really use TikTok like that, but every now and again, I will throw some content on TikTok, because it is a helpful platform. But I try to use all the platforms to bring them all back to this one, to try to bring them all to YouTube, because that's where I want my brand surrounded by, because this is where I have my biggest following as it. Yeah. So yeah, when it comes down to what I use, it all depends on what I use it for. So like I said, for content creation, I primarily use YouTube. For people, for staying in touch with people, Facebook, and for marketing, it's Instagram. And my marketing isn't so great on Instagram because I don't have great marketing skills. But that don't mean I'm not gonna stop. That don't mean I'm gonna stop trying. I'm definitely gonna be putting forth the effort, as it were, because like I said, I want people to come back. I want people to come back. I want people to enjoy the content that I'm giving them. Almost every live stream that I've done has, I don't know, almost every live stream that I've done has at least 10 likes. I don't usually end a live stream until I get to 10. And so I always try to ask people to come watch the live stream and, drop a like. My most liked live stream has 16 likes, and that was the interview I did with a semi-pro football player, Titus O'Neil. I'm sure all of you guys know that. My most watched live stream was with Life with Quita. My most watched. It ain't the most liked, but it's the most watched. 82 people watched that stream, and I'm quite confident that not all of them were people who are subscribed to my channel. But the fact that I have people who wanted to watch it, whether they had good opinions or bad, doesn't matter. Is the fact of the matter is that people tuned in. They tuned in. They watched it. Some people, I'm sure, came back and watched it again. So it really don't matter. I'm a still keep trying to make something that people like and enjoy. Now, another thing that I don't know if you're still. Now I don't know if you're still here, Ro, but here's something also that I wanted to do in a not so distant future. One of the things I wanted to do was I wanted to try to interview semi-pro players, because that would be a help. That'll definitely be something that people will watch, especially in Northern California, and the people who are into semi-pro football. If there's somebody who is actually putting some depth in semi-pro football, it'll definitely help it'll definitely help it grow. More people will want to watch it, more people will want to play it, and more teams will flourish. Northern California is actually, as far as I'm concerned, is struggling when it comes to semi-pro football, because there's not enough teams. And then on top of that, there's not enough players and not enough people who take the game seriously. I definitely want to try to realm into that world. As far as content creation is concerned, I don't think it'll be easy, but I'm gonna try to eventually speak with some of the top dogs in semi-pro in Northern California, and try to build on it. I think that's what I want to try to do. So I will definitely try to reach out to people in semi-pro eventually. Hopefully I don't get shunned by those guys, especially for the actions that occurred last year, because it was pretty it was an ugly thing that happened. I don't believe it should have happened. Obviously I was not one of those people involved, but I was still given ramifications for the actions that occurred. It is what it is. But hopefully moving forward, all of that stuff will straighten itself out, and I can actually be able to make content with semi-pro football and with Northern California, and try to build something off of that as well. It's not going to be easy, to be honest with you, because trying to get everything in, trying to get all of that in motion is going to take time, and unfortunately I have to make money in that process. So it's gonna take a while, but I know it will all come together. I just need time, that's all. So that said, I will try to get to that. I will try to get to all of that as soon as possible, because that is something I also want to get down the pipeline as well. So tell me about, you've mentioned it a few times. I must have missed one of your streams. Okay, so the Red Pill community, I'm gonna try to give this I'm going to try to answer this from a neutral standpoint because there's no right way to answer what the red pill community is. Okay, so pretty much there is it's essentially like a barbershop community on the internet. I mean, and I say barbershop because where do men go when they air out their grievance? They go to a barbershop, right? And so they talk about things that I would go as far as saying matters to men. Now, the problem with the red pill community is because of social media, there are a lot of guys who have these wants or expectations or demands, as it were, and because those demands aren't being met, they go to social media and make a lot of extremist gripes about these things. And I call it extremist because it's oh snap, the big homie Melvin Keller is in on Facebook. What's going on, my brother? Well, however long you're here. Anyway, a lot of them will say really mean things about women, and because they know that they'll get a response from women. And with last week's live stream, was it last week's? I want to say it was last week's, the one I did with London Marquis. Pretty much, a lot of those guys gave the red pill community a bad name because of their lack of what they have been getting out of women, and even more so out of life. And it's kind of sad because it's not what the red pill community was supposed to be really was about education and growth, and it became something really ugly. And it didn't become ugly based on the content creators themselves. Well, some of the content creators, yeah, but it became something ugly off of the fan base. The fan base made it ugly. And how you doing, Mr. Keller? I figured the signal would be pretty bad out there in the Bay Area right now. But if you can hit the like button, likes like kindness is always free. And I do appreciate when anyone gives a like, because a like is kindness. But the red pill community pretty much became something ugly based off of the fan base, because the fan base has this certain set of demands, and it was countered by the Sisterhood, which is a group of feminists who basically wanted to come out and make fun of them and anybody who associated with the red pill community. But essentially what it comes down to is that there is just something there. It's just a bad. Think about it like this. Back in 2001, Vince McMahon had told people not to say wrestling. He said call it sports entertainment. And Paul Heyman basically told Mr. McMahon that he had made wrestling a dirty word. And the fact of the matter is that the red pill manosphere thing, it's a dirty word, and it was made dirty by its fan base and how they presented themselves, how they made posts on Facebook, how they made content on YouTube. And it's called red pill because it was it's reference to the Matrix. It's reference to the Matrix because it's referencing, red pill and blue pill. Red pill is the truth, and the red pill is what did Morpheus call it? I guess life of delusion. We'll just call it life of delusion. And a lot of the guys in the red pill community are actually people who are really just blue pill or suffering from red pill rage, because one thing that I've learned is that attention is currency, right? Attention is currency. And the problem is that guys want attention from all these sorts of kind of women, and they're mad that other kind of men who they deem lesser than is getting this kind of attention and not having to, or what they think is not having to pay the same price that he does. And so, they do this sort of they rather have bad attention than no attention. And so they do stuff like that. And again, it just gave the red pill community a bad name. And the thing is obviously because men want women, a woman knows what a man wants. This is why prostitution and strip clubs and, all kind of other sex work has worked for so long, is because, men obviously want women, and women don't mind getting any kind of free attention where they can. And so, and this is why Instagram works so well. This is why OnlyFans is working so well. Well, not so much OnlyFans because, OnlyFans is basically a saturated market in itself. But, this is why porn has sold so well for such a long time, because, a lot of guys don't want to put in the work for the attention. They just want or they just want to see and they want to get without having to put in work. And it's just like, and because of the few guys who can, get women without a problem and stuff like that, it just made the guys who can't not so happy. Okay. A guy like me will be with a really good looking woman, and it's like, well, she's this, that, the third because she chose him and didn't choose me. And it's like, what did you do to what kind of efforts did you put towards getting with her? What kind of efforts did you put towards, being the kind of man that she needed? And a lot of guys in the red pill community think that it should be my way or no way. They don't think that they should have to be something that a woman needs.
Okay.
And that's not to say that women are not are not criminals in this problem too, but let's be real here, guys. We're the ones who are supposed to be leaders. We're the ones that's supposed to be heads of households and things like that. What are you trying to bring into your household? I mean, I could go on about this red pill thing all day, but honestly, it would take way too long. But so when it comes down to what it is on the red pill thing, you're gonna have to ask more in-depth questions, because there's different realms within the red pill community as well. And even that is hilarious. Okay, sorry about that. I had to send a text message. You see, a lot of my supposed audience has been doing their own thing, Okay, good chatting. Gotta go and get some work done. Keep running. Hey, thanks for chiming in. And actually, I'm gonna split the scene too. Sucks I didn't get the 10 likes today, but again, I'm glad that everybody showed up that did. I'm gonna start another live stream tomorrow. So actually I might do another one later today, and then I'll do another one tomorrow. So hopefully everybody can still chime in and give show some love, and we can keep this going, keep the train going, and we can keep growing and keep increasing this thing. Shout out to everybody who was here. Shout out to everybody that'll show up in the future. Thank you to everybody who was engaging. And we'll, like I said, we'll run this train later, and we'll do this again tomorrow. And like I always like to say, man, kindness is free. I'm cheap as fuck.